All right, folks, welcome back. It's November 2nd. It's 5 p.m. on the money. All the evening chores and feeding just got completed. I kind of did it that way, number one, to go ahead and do a video. I've been cheating you guys quite a bit here as far as putting any videos up. I'm going to do my best to take you with me as much as I can this week. Of course, I've said that before. Um, anyway, I'm going to give it a whirl. Uh, yeah, I wanted to start this video outside here. This is just ridiculous. And understand we're in the Upper Peninsula of Michigan here. It's November 2nd today, obviously a Monday. It's 5 p.m. We hit 50 degrees today. For the next 5 or 6 days, we have 55 and 60 degrees and no moisture, pure sun. It's drying everything out. It's basically Mother Nature and the big guy upstairs saying, "All right, boys and girls, you got a week and a half. Get things tied up because then we're gonna let loose with winter." And I think that's basically what it's about to be. So yeah, just start things outside here. It's beautiful. Um, it's definitely a ball cap and a light flannel weather. I'm not playing tough guy here. It's she's comfy. I got to go after a stocking of feed tomorrow. I was gonna do it tonight, but I got some other odds and ends that I'll show you that I'm gonna take care of. This is a bale of peas and oats, and this is a bale of we're gonna call this 75% alfalfa. That's going to the Holstein Heifers tomorrow, and we're gonna talk about the Holstein Heifers here in just a bit. All right. So first thing we're going to show you, in these videos here, folks, I've stated it 1,000 times. These aren't for learning purposes. I know enough just to get in trouble. I'm just basically showing you what I'm doing. Okay? Okay, so perfect timing. The Holstein Heifers are leaving Saturday. I depleted the entire bin of grain this morning at about 5:30 a.m. Perfect timing. You need to understand that the grain that I have coming in here while the Holstein Heifers are in here is a very high, it's a grower ration for Holstein Heifers put together by the owner's nutritionist. It's extremely pricey. It's part of it. But anyway, that big grain ration is over. Now, not that I'm about to cheat my animals this winter, because of course I'm going to have the younger, smaller in size, need some help, a little bit of conditioning. Beef calves within this barn, and then of course the heifers in the lot. We'll talk more about that. Now it's time I put my grain ration together. And this is what we have. This just got delivered this morning at about 9 a.m. Okay, the 3/6 ring, that's what you call those, that Sioux bin that's outside. We'll look at it. That's set at capable of 6,000 pounds, a 3-ton delivery ration. So basically, I kind of put this together last night myself. Now, the truth of the matter is, if I continue in this business, which I will, the truth of the matter is, continuing to raise beef calves throughout the winter, whether it's a lot full of heifers or even the calves that are going to be in here. I mean, hell, there's going to be almost 20 in here, if not a little more. The truth of the matter is, I should, by God, get together with a nutritionist and what is my best grain ration for these calves. That route's probably going to be taken next year, and I advise anybody else to maybe go that route. This year I'm doing my own thing again. I'm going to see how it works, and we'll go from there. So, what this is, remember, we got a total of 6,000 pounds. This is 3,000 pounds of rolled corn, cracked corn, whatever you want to call it. We call it rolled. 1,000 pounds of soybeans, which of course is like a soy mash, so to speak. Let me get my bearings straight here. Okay, that's 4,000 pounds. 1,800 pounds of rolled oats. Now, rolling oats it helps a little bit. But it's 1,800 pounds of rolled oats and then 200 pounds to make an even 6,000 pounds, another 200 pounds of mineral. That is the grain ration that I'm going with this winter. Of course, it was already fed out this evening to everything that merits getting grain right now, and that's everything except for the beef herd. And they tackled it real well, and of course they're going to. I mean, if I felt like doing so, I could put a handful in my mouth right now and it'd be like chewing on a granola bar. Pretty good stuff. One of the biggest things that I'm doing different this year, and I'm not making this a big deal, but is the addition of 1,000 pounds of soybeans. I haven't been doing that. Basically because I wanted to get by just a little bit cheap. I mean, your grain rations are going to kill the checkbook. But you can't cheat the animals either. You got to find that happy medium. I'm playing Mr. Know-It-All here. I've never added in soybeans to what I call my winter beef calf ration, which this is completely different from the Holstein heifer grain ration that I've been feeding since they got here this late spring. So pretty excited about it. We'll see what happens. That's what I'm going to go with all year long. We'll go from there. So yeah, 6,000 pounds delivery, 3,000 pounds of rolled corn, 1,000 pounds of soybeans, which is in a soy type mash. Basically it's, remember I don't have all the answers here, basically it's pulverized. 1,800 pounds of rolled oats and 200 pounds of mineral for an even 6,000 pound delivery. Before we go check on all the Holsteins and the beef calves, I'll give you an update here. We're getting closer, abiding by this beautiful week of weather we have here. We're getting closer. Pretty good tear down of the outside barn cleaner here. There was a lot of wood up here to take place of a lot of the rotting metal. That's all been taken down. Some bracing's been taken down, and so on and so forth. The electrical has been taken out. Pay no attention to this. That doesn't matter. That's all coming out. That's all going to get brand new. So the next step, I think for care, I am taking the motor off separately. And then the next step is loosening up what I'm going to call the transmission. As you can tell, it's a separate ordeal. Take those bolts out, get the loader tractor in here, get the spreader out of here, lift that up, get that out of there, and set that to the wayside somewhere. And then it's a matter of basically carefully destructing, I guess we'll call it the runner. The new one's sitting right there. It's in 2 pieces. Yeah, we'll kind of go from there. Hey, buddy, what are you curious about? Huh? Huh? Big lug? Yeah, this is a pretty big movement week here, for me anyway. I'm sure there's a lot of others out there that got a hell of a lot more on your plate. I would hope that there is. Okay, we're going to pay a little bit of attention here to these Holstein heifers, which is it's a treat to have them here. But it's time for them to go. Okay, so in preparation for tomorrow's preg check, which of course the owner of these heifers, who owns and operates and runs one of the larger dairies within the 40-mile radius here. Very, very fortunate and lucky and honored to be able to be custom raising some of his heifers. I really hope it continues. It'd be real nice because I'm not getting by my looks. Okay, so tomorrow at 10:30 a.m. the owner of the Holstein heifers and the vet, his primary vet, are coming for a thorough, proper preg check. So in preparation of doing so, I put the bucket on the 6420, and I just cleaned off the apron here, which, you know, of course, obviously gets full of manure. This is where they get their grain ration every evening. And so what we're gonna do is these girls are gonna be thrown for a loop. They're gonna get their grain ration early. But it's all right. All you got to do is wave that little grain scooper. They see that wheelbarrow and they see a little bit of grain dust here, and they're going to come running. So quite simply, if I can do this with one hand, because I need to WD-40 this in the worst gosh damn way, this is going to get flipped. Come on! Well, now I'm just angry. Wow, what the hell happened to this thing? Yeah! Alright. Grain's going to be put in here. That's going to get flipped like this. They come in here for grain. Obviously, their neck comes down here. That closes. And of course, you see this here. What in the hell happened here? All right, that's on the list here tonight. WD all in here. All these spots the whole way through. Now, the thing of it is, all right, these girls are coming. There's only room for 30 head in these lock stalls here. There ain't no grain here. You can forget about it. You already had it. So there's 40 head of Holstein heifers here. There's only 30 lock stalls. So unfortunately, what we're gonna do is fill up all the lock stalls with 30 head. They're all gonna get preg checked. They're all gonna get a marker. And then we're gonna have to do some rotating. Basically, they're all gonna get kicked out of here, and in a perfect world, the remaining 10 get put back in here and preg checked. So, yeah. Now, as far as there only being room for 30 and there's 40 head here, that's what that tub is for. That's for the extra 10 come grain ration time. That's where they get their grain. Oh, you bunch of poor babies. mishandled, mistreated, starved to death. Wow, you are the most dramatic bunch of ladies I think I've ever come across. Good night, Irene. Okay, so preg check's happening tomorrow. And basically that will decipher what we ship, how we ship, and load out on Saturday. They are all leaving Saturday. And of course, anything that is deemed or discovered not bred gets a special little mark, you know, typically on the forehead, and that needs to be separated over at the main farm. We'll see what happens. There's been some really late breedings here that the bull took care of, that he's been separated now too. We'll take a look at him. I finally gave him a name too. And we'll see how it goes. But they're all shipping out of here regardless on Saturday so that I can clean this lot. I need to skim this area here. I can probably get about maybe 2, I doubt 3 manure spreader loads. I need to scrape and clean this area here, and then the inside shelter, we're probably talking, folks, about maybe 5, 6 manure spreader loads here. That all needs to get cleaned out. I look at putting a big dent in that on Saturday and rebedded, ready for my beef heifers. Okay, so one of the things I did here this morning, number one, it was time for him to leave. I think that's why these ladies are all mad. They're missing their pal. This is one of my yearling bulls who did a good job on the beef herd. And then, of course, at some point, actually I think it was October 1st, so he's been in here for a month. And he's done, I caught 6 surfacings, breedings, excuse me. So anyway, he's done a fair job. This is where he's living for the winter. He's in here to stay. He's gonna be joined by his buddy as well that's over at Mr. and Mrs. Revel's right now. I had a conversation with him today, just picking his brain on timeline, and yeah, the 2 bulls are going to be in here for the winter. So anyway, okay, we got bull names here, and I think they're pretty good. You got to have fun in this world. So the bull that the Revels have right now, and I got to give credit where credit's due. They named him. His tag number is 3006. 3006, also known as 30-06. They ended up naming him Remington. I think that's pretty neat. We're going to stick with that name. So this guy here, what the hell's your number anyway? I think this is 3003. I can't wait till we get to 3030. We're going to name him Marlin. Anyway, his new name is SOB. Which naturally stands for Son of Blaster. His father, of course, this come from an AI. His father's name is Blaster, which is a Gen X bull. So we're going to name him SOB, Son of Blaster. Son of Blaster and Remington. Now, some of you are probably asking, where the hell's Butthead going? I got to get rid of Butthead. He's done a fantastic job. The truth of the matter is, I see no ailments. I say that because last year he had a significant one. I'm pretty sure that he was thrown off of a cow from the other bull, Big Boy. And he had a significant muscle, nerve, some sort of damaged problem to the... I had to get him out of the yard. He had to go back in the barn and mend up for a month. So what I'm trying to tell you is this. I see no ailments within him at all, but if there's anything lingering there, which I'm sure that there is, I'm not putting my name behind that and selling him as a breeding bull. I can't do it. I got to sleep at night. I won't do it. It kills me. Trust me, it kills me. He's being shipped out possibly even tomorrow late afternoon. And he's going to be shipped to a packing plant in Wisconsin. And what are you going to do? If somebody wants to give me $1,000 for him, I'm all for it. But you need to understand that it's possible he could go after breeding next summer or spring or whenever your fancy is. He might get about maybe 2 of your animals and then all of a sudden be done. I'm not willing to put my name behind that. I can't do it. I won't do it. So that's the story behind that. Remington and SOB Son of Blaster, oh, I'm losing you here, are going to be in here. Butthead unfortunately needs to be shipped, and him and I are going to have a nice conversation before he leaves. He did this farm a great justice. He did a good job, and it's just one of those things. Alright, so that these girls get a little practice here because they don't like change immediately, I close these 2 gates here. When it comes time for Saturday's loadout, they're all going to be ran through here, this gate locked, and then the system starts. Hey, you. Okay, you're noticing some of the beef herd over here on the other side of that fence. I started moving them this way. Number one, because the yard condition merits it. It's gotten so dry around here, which is just fantastic, and it's going to get even better. Well, the other reason that the beef herd's moving this way is because I got a hell of a lot more weaning off of calves to do. All these steer calves in here, 17 in total, actually it might just be 16. There's a steer calf I'm not too thrilled about in here. It's him, well, he's right there. I can't even see his number. I'm not too thrilled about his condition or his attitude. He's just pretty, I'm not going to call him lame. I'm really thinking about keeping him back through the winter. I think he needs a little bit of oomph and a little bit of help. I'll make a decision on that Wednesday morning. Wednesday, directly after bean time, these steers are all getting shipped to my shipper. And they're all going to land at the sale at the United Producers Incorporated, St. Louis, Michigan, for this Friday's feeder sale. I absolutely love him. 2016. I nicknamed him Hulk when he was 30 days old. He's just a brute beast. Oh, I wish I could have 100 of him a year. Holy crumps almighty. But pretty happy with these fellas. They're doing real good. Yeah, this guy here, 2041. Now that is a son of prime cut right there. Look at the number now, 2041. I follow my sequence in numbers. He's one of the latter born steer calves. And that's just amazing. There's another one here, 2035. He's a little bit later born. Now I'm not saying I have huge, enormous calves here and the greatest calves there is. I don't. But just look at him. He's a ladder-born calf. He's also a son of, from an AI from Prime Cut. Very, very pleased. Very pleased. Unfortunately, I can't continue to use Prime Cut. I've been using them for 2 years. I've got a lot of his daughters hanging around now, and it's got to come to an end. So words to the wise of anybody that's AI and out there, the proof is in the pudding. It's right here. The only thing more I can show you and tell you is I can show you my documents, and I'm not prepared to do that. That size, and I'm noticing it in many areas, that size is coming out of Prime Cut. And wow. Oh, yeah, if a guy could have about 100 or so of those a year, there wouldn't be very many problems. So, yeah, very pleased, very happy. Now, don't mistake in 2016 in being a Prime Cut, he's not. He was actually a bull breed. Right, little buddy? Just finishing up their water trough here. They already had their grain ration and 3 bales of hay. Tomorrow morning, same thing. They're going to get a nice grain ration, a full 5-gallon pail, and 3 bales of hay. And I will most likely put another bale of straw in here just to try and keep them a little bit clean before they hit that barn. So we'll see what happens. Same goes with these guys here. They get a good healthy third of a 5-gallon pail of grain and the obvious hay. But where is he? Yeah. Okay, 2028. He's a little scruffy, a little rough looking. I think he could just use some really good help here throughout the winter on a good healthy grain ration. I don't think he's leaving. I'm pretty damn sure of that. He needs he needs some time. So, yeah. So back to the beef herd. Folks, this video is probably going to cut out before I'm done with it. I just got a bunch of warnings on my battery, but we'll go until it runs out. I'm not apologizing for these long videos. This is the time that I have right now. I say that respectfully, and I don't know. Yeah. 6400 cab tractor basically just got married for the winter to the manure spreader until the snow gets way too much. Then I'll put the 6150M on it. Okay, so like I said, more than half the herds here. I'm slowly moving them from behind the barn over to here. The yard's fitting for it. Plus, with upcoming weanings, I've got a little scenario here. And that's basically transferring yards and lots in the morning for feeding to where they have to come through the corral system so I can gather the steers that I need. This is one of them right here, 2023. He's going to be collected 2032. That's another one. That's a beautiful, beautiful steer calf right there. You don't need to be a cattleman or a good cattleman to say that. He's a beast. My God. And then, yeah. Then it's going to be about weaning off the heifers. Yep, about to lose you. There's 25 in good size, good shape, good condition heifers in here. I had a hell of a heifer crop this year, which is good. It's fitting for my scenario right now. Next year I better have a hell of a steer crop, I'm telling you that right now. 25 heifer calves in here will be weaned off, and they're going to be locked up in the shelter till the weaning process is over and they're done balling. And then of course that lot is theirs for the winter, where they're going to get a healthy grain ration every evening, and they're going to get alfalfa baleage and good dry hay. So yeah. And on another note, this lot is going to be shut down when those heifer calves get weaned off and get introduced to that lot. And the cow yard, all these greedy pigs will be confined there so that they're well enough away and they can't really see the calves. That makes a big difference. Wow, just water pigs. This thing's been running all damn day long, all day. All right, well, whatever. They also got an automatic water inside that beef barn right there. So anyway, all right, folks, I hope you enjoyed the tour. This is the time I have. Thought I'd make a video, just a little explanation of what's going on here. I'm going to do my best to take you with me all week, and we'll see what we can do. I got to finish up a few odds and ends before dark comes, and I don't know. Nice weather, maybe have a brewski. Just one or two. I don't know, no more than 12, 15. No, I can't afford that right now. So that's about it. Everybody have a nice evening. We're going to talk to you sooner or later.